Now we will discuss deterministic push-down automata. In the previous few video lectures, we have discussed the basic concepts of push-down automata. Then we have solved some problems related to push-down automata. All previous problems are deterministic push-down automata problems, right? Now we will discuss non-deterministic push-down automata, right? So as you know, we have push-down automata, right, and it is divided into two parts: deterministic push down automata and non-deterministic push down automata, right? So now we will discuss the difference between the deterministic and non-deterministic push down automata, and we also discuss the power of deterministic and non-deterministic automata. It is similar as we discussed in finite automata. In finite automata, we have two categories. One is DFA and another one INDFA, right? Okay. In deterministic finite automata, what is the difference between deterministic and non-deterministic finite automata? The difference is only transition function and remaining tuples are same, right? So we will discuss here the transition function for deterministic and non-deterministic. On the basis of that, then we will discuss the transition function of deterministic push-down automata and non-deterministic push-down automata, right? So what is the difference of transition function in case of finite automata? So difference is, in case of this one, we have q into sigma tends to q, right? So in that case, we are on particular state, then for input symbol we can move on a particular state, right? But in case of NDFA, we are on a particular state and with input symbol something, and we are moving on a set of state, right? So in that case, that one is the set of state. Set of state. So in that case means for a particular from a particular state with a single input symbol we can move on multiple states, or we can move on set of state, right? So that is the basic difference between DFA and NDFA. This one is the NFA or NDFA, right? So that is the basic difference here. Now we will discuss the difference between the deterministic and non-deterministic. Here remaining things are same. The difference is only the transition function. So first I will explain the transition function of deterministic push-down automata. Then I will discuss the transition function of deterministic push-down automata. So in case of deterministic, we have a state q with input symbol sigma, then stack symbol tau. We can move on a particular state with stack condition something, right? So in that case, from a particular state with input symbol something, and it is indicating the stack position, right? How many elements are in stack, right? Then we can move on another stack, and that is also showing the state of the stack, right? So that one is for deterministic case, D, P, D, A. But in case of non-deterministic, means non-deterministic PDA, right? The transition function will be q into sigma into tau tends to 2 to the power q, right? Then it is the tau is indicating the size of the stack, means how many elements we have right now in the stack, right? So in that case, outcome is again a set of state, right? In that case, outcome is single, but in case of non-deterministic push-down automata, your outcome will be a set of states. Set of states means for a single input state from a particular state, for a particular input symbol, we can move on multiple states. That's why I am saying that word outcome will be a set of state instead of single. If we are getting single state, means it is deterministic. If we have more than one outcome for a particular state, right, on a particular input symbol, then we are getting multiple states. In that case, we can say that is a non-deterministic, right? And in terms of power, the power of DFA and NDFA is equal, right? Why it is equal? Because we can design, if we are able to design DFA, then we can design NFA for a particular column, right? If we are not able to design the DFA, then we are designing the NFA, then we can convert a NFA into DFA. Means we can convert every NFA into DFA. That's why we can say the power of NFA and DFA is equal, right? But in case of push-down automata, the power of NDPDA is higher than the deterministic push-down automata, right? Why? Because we cannot convert every NPDA into DPDA, right? And we cannot design NPDA for every problem, right? We cannot design DPDA for every problem, but we can design NPDA for every problem, right? So that is the reason the power of NDPDA is higher than the DPDA, right? So there are 2 points for discussing the power. One is we cannot create the deterministic push-down automata for every problem, right? And we cannot convert every and non-deterministic push-down automata into deterministic push-down automata, right? Now we will construct NPDA, non-deterministic push-down automata, for accepting the language L equal to set of strings of odd palindromes, right? So in that case, we will design a non-deterministic push-down automata for odd palindromes, right? So first we will consider, it is the question like W A W R, right? Or it may be W B W R, where W belongs to A comma B star, right? So that one is the language, right? So we will design a non-deterministic push-down automata for this language, right? If W equal to null, so in that case we have only A, or if for this one we have only B, right? So it will accept that single A and single B. If value is W is A, in that case your value will be A and A, for B A B A, like that, okay? If W equal to B, then it will be B A B, then B B B, like that, okay? So it will, how you can say that odd number palindrome, because just we are counting the number of alphabets. In that case we have 3 letters, means it is odd, and right, and it is similar as from left and right. If we are reading that int string from left to right, it is triple B. If we are reading right to left, then again it is triple B. Similar is also in that case. If we are reading left to right, it is B A B. If we are reading that right to left, then it is B A B. So that's why we are saying that is odd palindrome. So in that case, what will be the logic? How we will solve this problem, right? So in that case, the main question, how we will identify this division or this division, right? So how we will separate this first part and second part, right? So it is the divider. How we are find the divider? If we are able to find that divider A and B, then we can easily say, right? We can easily solve this problem, right? So what will be the logic? If we identify that, then first of all we can store all the whole string of W into the stack, and then we can pop that stack string with WR, right? Then in previous example we have done WCWR, right? For that we designed a deterministic push down automata, but in that case we cannot design the deterministic push down automata. We cannot solve this problem with deterministic push down automata. For that we need to design the non-deterministic push down automata, right? Because we cannot identify the divider, right? After finding the divider, we can say that is the part that one A is the divider which is separating the first half of the string and second half of the string, right? So what will be the logic for solving the problem? Problem is clear. So it is the set of strings of odd palindromes, right? So initially, first consider few cases for solving this problem. For example, I am considering WAWR or WBWR, where W belongs to A, B star. For example, W is null. In that case, A and B only. String is A and B only. If W is A and W is B, right? If W is A, then string will be A and second will be A B A. For W equal to B, it is B A B, right? And for this one, second double B, for W equal to A B, then we can write it A B A, then B A. For second case, A B B B A, right? Okay, by considering these scenarios, we will write the transition function for odd palindromes, right? We will solve this problem by using transition functions. We will write the transition functions for this one. So first is in starting, right? Minimum we have 1A, 1B, or it may be started, string may be start with A, string may be start with B, right? So in that case, if we have a single one, right? For example, we want to store that 1 0 Q naught A, then it is Z naught, right? So we will if we have multiple A's, right? If we have multiple A's, then we will store that A in the stack. So for that we will use Q naught A Z naught, right? If we have single A only, so in that case we will not store that single A, right, into the stack. Just we read single A and we will consider that single A as a divider, right? Means it is the that divider A, right? For that just we will Q1, we will change the state. If we are reading the divider, then we will change the state and we will not store that divider value into the stack. Just we will read it and use the same stack conditions, right? Then next for B, same thing for B, right? If we have multiple B's and we want to store that B into the stack, then we will use Q naught B Z naught, right? If we have only single B, means this case is there. In that case, we just read it. It is our divider, and we will not store it, right? We just read and move to the another state, right? For next one, for example, we have another A, means we like that. If we have multiple A's, right? If we have multiple A's in the string, right? For example, some string like this one, right? So in that case, we will store the multiple A's, right? It is A and A, right? We will store it Q naught A, right? If we have only two A's, right? So one is the divisor, right? What about this case, right? So that is the case for example, you have a single A, right? You have A like that, right? So first, in that case, what we'll do, we will store that A, store by using that one. Then we have another A, right? So we will store that in this one, right? If we have more ones, then we can store, means any number of A's can be stored here. But if we don't want to store that one and we want to move, then we will use Q1A, right? Similarly for B, we want to store, just use B and B, right? And for this one, Q1B. So in that case, what we are doing, we are not storing the value of A here, right? In first case, we are storing the value of A, but in this one, we are not storing that value A or B into the stack. Just we are reading the value of A and B, right? So in that case, what we are understanding for this one means, for this scenario and for this scenario, we are considering this A and this B as a divider, right? That's why we are not storing that value into the stack, right? So in that case, it is working with as a divider, right? Then in next, again we have Q naught, then we have input symbol A, stack top is B. So what we will do in that case, we will store Q naught AB if we want to store that value, right? And if we don't want to store that value, if that A is as a divider, then just we will store Q1B. We are not storing again that B into the stack, right? In the next Q naught, then BA symbol is B, so symbol is B, stack top is A. Again, if we want to store, then BA, it is BA. If we don't want to store that A into the stack and we are considering that B is the divider, then we will just put Q1A. So you are getting anything from this transition? Means from this one, these are used for the first half. For example, in that case, we are storing. For example, you have a string like we have a long string and we are on this stage right now. So there are two possibilities, that A is the part of first half, right? First half of the string means, for example, you have W, C, W, A, W, R. So that is the first half, right? And this one is the second half, right? And this one is the divider. Right. So in that case, we will find so that particular A is the part of first half or that A is the part of divider. Right. If it is the part of first half, then we will store that A into the stack. If it is the part of that divider, then we just move. We will not store that A into the stack. Just we read that and move to the another state. Right. So that is I am explaining. In that case, first, if it is a part of first half, then what we are doing? We are just storing it into the stack. If it is the part of that divider, then what we are doing? We are just changing the state, right? And without storing that value, right? So that is the logic. Okay. The next. Then we have we push all the possible symbols. Then we are on Q1 state, right? At Q1 state, if we have input symbol A and stack top is A, in that case we will pop the element. Similarly for Q1, for B, input symbol is B, stack top is B. In that case, we will again pop the element, right? At last, if we are on Q1 and there is no this string input symbol. So in that case, what we will do? It will be Z0. Then we can move on final state, means QF Z0. So that is the complete procedure for solving this non-deterministic push-down automata for all palindromes. We can write it into the braces because it is a set of state, right? If you are not getting anything, then you can see it again, right? I will explain again what we are doing. So in that case, first example, if we have single A, right, how we will accept it? If we have single A only, right? So in case of single A, what we are doing is just we are considering that A as a divider, right? So what we are doing, we are on Q0. That is the divider only because we have single state. In that case, we will move on this. We will not store that into the this one. Just we will directly move on this Q1, right? Okay. Then if there is no element at this Q1, then we will move on final state directly. So that is for A only. If we have triple A, then what's happened? Right. So in that case, you can see. First we will store first A into the stack, right? Okay. Then stack top is A, right? Then we have another A, right? This one. Okay. In that case, we will again move on this one, Q1A. We will not store that value because now it is the divisor, right? It is the divider. If this is divider, then we are moving on Q1A. Then from Q1A, the stack top will be A. So in that case, we will move that element and then we will reach on the final state after reading this one. So by using that, we can solve this problem. Means for divisor, what we are doing, just we are not storing the value of that divider. We are just storing the information of the first half in the stack, and right, and the divider we have these states for divider, just we are reading it, right? So that this is the solution for this. Okay, the next example is construct a non-deterministic push-down automata for accepting the language. Language is W equal to WR, right? And W belongs to A comma B plus. It is not star, it is plus, right? Means there is no null in the value of W, right? So in that case, we also call that even number palindrome, right? So design a even number palindrome, right? For this, okay. So first we will W for example, W is A, W may be B, AB, BA, AAB, BAA, means any combination of A and B, right? So how we will solve it? So in case of, for example, we are considering AAB, that W considering AB, then WR will be BAA, right? So in that case, if you want to write the string, the complete string will be this one, means for this language, so string equal to AAB, then BAA, right? So in that case, main problem is again we don't have any separator, right? So how you will separate that first half of the string and second half of the string? If we are able to separate first half and second half, then we can easily design the push-down automata, or we can easily design the non-deterministic push-down automata. But in that case, again, we cannot find the separator. Then we cannot design the deterministic push-down automata. For that, we need to design the non-deterministic push-down automata, right? Then what will be the logic for this one? We will see through some transition functions. For example, we are considering a string. It is AAB, right? W is this one, then string will be like that one, and it is also possible maybe A, then it is A B because we have even letters in our string, so that's why we are calling that even number, and the all these strings will be in the form of palindrome. That's why we are calling even palindrome. Right now we will write the transition functions for this. Right. First is what we will do. First we can store some element, means first part of this one. Right. Just Q naught A Z naught. Right. Then we will store that Q naught A Z naught. Similarly, we will write the transition function for B. Then it is B Z naught. Right. U A B Z naught. Because our string may be start with A. If it is start with A, then we will use this one. If it is start with B, then we will use this one. For next one, what we will do, Q naught, right? If input symbol is this one, stack condition is this one, what we will do? So in that case, we will store A, right? That is the one case. In second case, for example, W value is A, right? Then WR equal to AA, right? So what we will do in that case? So in that case, we will just pop this A, because we can read A from here, we can store A in the stack, and when we are getting that second A, what we will do? So in that case, we want to pop this one. In that case, we will change the state and pop this, right? Similarly, for next one, Q naught B, and if we have multiple B's, then we can store that B's in the stack. If that W equal to B, then WR equal to B only, right? In that case, again we need to pop it again, right? Okay. Then for more cases on Q naught, in that input symbol is A, stack top is B, then what we will do? Again we will pop the element. No, sorry, we will store that Q naught A, B. Then Q naught, now input symbol is B, stack top is A. In that case, again we will add B into the stack, right? Now we are on this state, means Q1, right? And input symbol is A, stack top is A. In that case, we can pop Q1, pop the element. Same thing for B. In case of B, we can again pop the element, right? And for example, we are on Q1 and there is no input symbol and stack condition is Z naught, then we can store, we can move on final state Q Z naught, right? At that time, it will accept all the strings, right? So this is the complete transition function for even palindromes, or you can check by considering some numbers. For example, we are considering this one, right? So in that case, you can check. For example, first one we are considering A, right? So first we will use this transition, right? For example, we are on Q naught A, B, then it is Z naught, right? So in that case, first Q naught A and stack condition is Z naught. What we are doing? We are doing Q naught. We are on Q naught state and we are storing that value into the stack. So it is Q naught, then A, B, then A, then we are storing A, Z naught, right? Then Q naught, again we have A and stack top is A. What we have two options right now. Right, we can pop or we can store, right? If it is the separator of the string, then we can pop this, right? If it is if it is the second half of the string, then we can pop it. If it is the first half, then we can add it, right? So it depends. That's why it is non-deterministic, because we cannot fix the state, we have two state for that, right? So right now we will use that Q naught. We are on Q naught and B A A, then A Z naught, right? Again top is B. Input symbol is B, stack top is A. What we are doing, just we are adding it into the stack by on same stack stage A, then B A Z naught. Right. Now we are on Q naught state. We are on Q naught state, and both means input symbol is B, stack top is B. In that case, what we will use? We will use this one. Now we will pop it. Right. For example, we are popping. We are going on Q1 state. We are popping this B with this B. Now we have A and Z naught. Right. Then we are on Q1 state, and both top means input symbol is B, top of the stack is A. Then again we are moving on Q1 state, and we are popping these two A's. Right. In that case, what we are doing? We are on Q1 state. We are popping A's, Z naught. Right. Again now we are on same state. Both condition, input symbol is A. Then this one is A. Then again we will pop. Then we will get Q1, that it will be null, then it is Z naught. Right. At last, if we have Q1 null and Z naught, then we will move on QF Z naught. Right. That one is the solution for even parallel.